bring snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Your student council is back once again to do what we love to do, which is talk about anime. Show it off, talk about it, discuss it, the whole 9 yards. Sin is here, myself. Gabby is in the building. Noah is in the building. Gabby, how are you feeling? Because I know you had the injury last week when we all talked, but I saw you yesterday at LockCon and you were doing a lot of moving and running around and doing stuff. And are you okay after yesterday?
Surprisingly, I feel so much better
Okay.
than yesterday. Like even when I was walking around on Saturday too, and then Sunday morning I was like, "Oh, this feels terrible." But then this morning, like walking up and downstairs, I'm like, "Oh, this feels great. This feels nice. I feel like my jumper's knee is finally healing." So
Good.
we're on the mend.
Good. Good to
Nice.
hear. Yes.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, Noah?
Mine was good. I just relaxed this weekend and saw the family. I helped my parents mount a TV
Okay.
and
Nice.
set them up. They got a new TV in their basement, so they're happy about that. A big old
Awesome.
75-inch TV that they mounted on the wall.
Dang.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I helped them set it up, and
Okay. Yeah, me and Gabby had the pleasure of going to LockCon this weekend to out the
I
Comic
heard
Logic.
about that. I would have loved to know about that, but chat, y'all hear how often I say, "Lo,
No,
don't invite me."
it's all the
I
way.
don't know
It
the
is all
reason.
the way out.
And one of these
Ashburn.
days we gonna figure it out. But he's about to tell you an excuse right now. So go ahead.
I was just saying it's all the way out Ashburn. I didn't know if you had a way to get out there or not. It's not. It's not
You
even
ain't know
close.
because you ain't asked.
Can you get out there to Ashburn?
I could figure it out. Absolutely. I have
Okay.
access to a vehicle. You know what I mean? I could have came to your house and rode with you. Anything,
Possibly.
but
I
you
made
know
him
what I'm
try
saying?
really bad snacks.
That she did.
I'm gonna stop asking him, chat. Just one day he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? One day he'll just have to figure it out.
We'll get into more of that later. So
Nah, that's all.
that's all.
That's all I have to say on that.
All right. So let's get started with first up on the docket. Noah, what do we need to know about this week?
Okay, this week. First of all, let's jump right into it. First of all, new anime announcement.
Okay.
Does it count if you lose your virginity to an android? Is getting an anime.
Why is this a rated R Chobits?
And just to answer your question, no, it doesn't count.
I was about to say I'm waiting for Gabby on that one.
It
To answer
doesn't.
contextually. Let me
Okay, and
add
it's getting
Marley to the
okay.
equation.
It's getting an anime adaptation. Okay.
Yeah, so
It
that's
didn't
some
need a
Goonie
manga.
information. We'll find out more about that
What are you
later.
talking
But I
about?
thought
These are pressing, questions that people want to know about. They want to get the answers to. So
right.
Ask. No. Goodbye.
I
You
could have
know you're
gone my
gonna tune
whole
in.
life without knowing that information, but
Exactly.
it's still. I thought the title was hilarious, so I was
It
like,
is.
I gotta let
It
this
is.
know.
It was pretty funny.
Yes.
Hi, Rabbi.
Next, apparently Goku's voice actor passed out 3 times while recording Daima. Specifically, I think the part where Goku transforms all 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he passed out 3 times, which is interesting to me because
It was gonna get to him at some point. Now let me just say now it was gonna get to him at some point.
that, as well as someone who did a lot of classical training and singing, I feel like he could get like a vocal coach in there to help him preserve his energy better, because you definitely shouldn't be passing out, and there's a way to, like, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
properly scream or enunciate so you're not just destroying yourself. So I feel like that's a little excessive. I can't lie.
Did he really pass out, or did he just get lightheaded like a few
That's
times?
what I believe he did an interview on that, and that was the report in the interview that he said.
That he actually fell down like and collapsed from doing it.
You know what I'm saying? Pass
That's
out doesn't
crazy.
mean cartoon on the ground unconscious. Pass out could just mean you lightheaded on the ground, stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could be. So it doesn't mean he full face. You know what I mean? Ambulance, no. But I get what he means, and
Just
like
wanted
I
to
said,
clarify.
I
Okay.
feel like that's a bit excessive. I feel like
Mhm.
he should hire a vocal coach to help him figure that out, because I can't say that any vocal coach in ever would say, yeah, I mean, it's fine. That's just, you know what I mean, that one. I don't think they would ever say that. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when
Stay
the next
healthy.
season comes around, let's find somebody to assist with that process so that this doesn't happen, because that is excessive.
Please.
Yeah,
Please.
but at least you're
Right,
okay.
exactly.
So,
Yes.
but let's
Sean
not do that
Skimmel,
again.
who we both have had the pleasure of meeting, who's the voice of Goku.
Yes.
Sean Skimmel.
Hmm.
I think that's how you say his last name, Skimmel. But him and Spike's voice actor for like 5 years straight, they like lived at Walter E. Convention Center at like 2 times a year between Otakon and AwesomeCon. So it was pretty much. I remember the first time the first time somebody came, I brought one of my homies a couple years ago. He was like, "The voice of Spike? No way!" I was like, "Bro, we can see him later. I done seen him like 6 times." At this point, he probably
we'll see him
remembers
again
me,
before the
bro.
year's up. Don't worry.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, he's
Like,
so
it'll be
cool.
years.
Nah, he's fine. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Nah, but every time his panels are super dope and they're usually packed. So that's where I found out interesting industry information, like the fact that they filmed all of Cowboy Bebop for free. And that's considered one of the better English dubs that we have. So, you know, they do have some cool panels. More Diamond news. Diamond was nominated for a Kids' Choice Award and Nickelodeon Award.
Huh.
Interesting.
So maybe Sean Skimmel will get slimed.
Could
Best
happen.
cartoon.
Dreams. Dreams,
Yeah.
everybody. Dreams.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nickelodeon Choice Awards. Okay. Go ahead, Diamond.
Mhm.
Didn't see that
Diamond
coming,
got-
but okay.
Yep. And even more
Pretty good.
Diamond news. Now Diamond full dub is fully released.
Okay.
So those of y'all who were saying, I want to wait for the dub, and you just watched it anyways, you literally would have had to wait till now to watch it all dubbed. So don't kick yourself, you know. But those who want to go watch it in dub, or those who
It's
were
all
waiting,
out now. Yeah.
it's all available now on Crunchyroll,
Okay.
fully dubbed.
Woo.
And that's, I believe, why we found out that he passed out, probably, now that I'm thinking about it, because
Yeah.
the dub came out later, so they were probably dubbing it much later, so we could talk about it.
Another way to hype up the dub, people are gonna go hear his performance on it and stuff like that. Yeah, so it all
Yeah.
plays in.
He did. Sean Skimmel did a lot of Goku voice in the last 2 years, because he said he did 3,000 hours for Sparking Zero. So
Oh yeah, that's
he
right.
did a lot of dubbing for Sparking Zero. So he's been working. And with Sparking Zero's success, and they had Kakarot recently, and with Sparking Zero's success, I'm sure they're gonna pump out like 3 more Dragon Ball Z games in the next 2 years.
Well, Dragon Ball always does. The games always do good numbers when they come out.
It's true, but lately it's been like Kakarot, Fighter Z, Sparking Zero. The last 3 were like real premium games. As to where Xenoverse is great.
They need to do Xenoverse 3.
I
Xenoverse
agree,
3.
but Xenoverse isn't on the level as far as a video game, like the mechanics and the quality of the game, as the last 3 that I just named. Even though I fully enjoyed it and played it more than the rest, actually. But as far as like a really good game, you got a ghost behind you or something, bro. Because your door gets popping.
Is it
I looked,
vicious?
I was like, there's the cat, but no, the cat's still back there.
No, Vicious, that was Vicious. Vicious left. No, the
I'll
problem
say
is the wind from the windows being open. They keep, if I don't get the door shut just right, it'll keep blowing it open and closed the whole time.
But
It's
yeah,
funny though.
Kakarot, really good storyline game. Generally, even though it was the same thing we've always had, it was really well made. Fighter Z, genuine, like one of the more popular fighter games in the world for a long time. And then Sparking Zero, we all know what Sparking Zero did. So it's like those 3 games back to back have been really good. So it's like I feel like they know they got to keep. They know how valuable DBZ is now for real, and they're going to keep dropping premium type games for it. So who knows? Maybe we'll get a Frieza game next. Oh, I lied. That we got that Battle Royale game. That was not a premium game.
Oh, the one
You know
where
which
you're
one I'm
like
talking about. The one with Cell.
Yeah, the bad guys chasing you around or whatever. You're hiding, trying to get away from them. Okay.
Yeah. So I lied.
All right, so
but out of the last
miss,
4,
one miss.
Out of the last
They can't
4,
all be
3
winners.
of them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. 3 of them have been genuinely AAA. Besides that, next we got I thought I had more One Piece news, but only one One Piece news. Kuma backstory has begun.
I know.
And
This scene's
some
a
people. This is my own inserted news. Two things. Wait, the first one just left me. Hold on. One Piece started, and I did watch this episode because I want to talk about it. Um,
Mhm.
One Piece started, and Kuma's back. Oh, One Piece released a new visual. I knew I'd find it. It was just in there somewhere. One
Okay.
Piece released a new visual, and it's honestly really sad. I feel like One
It's very
Piece is
sad.
now the director and everyone, because I know they have a new animation director, so
Hmm.
it's not going to be the same. And we can tell from this episode there was like blood, there was like a kid's face had blood splash on him. Like that was effectively one of the darker scenes in One Piece, not because of the context, just because they normally don't show that. Even if
Right.
someone is stabbed, there's like
Right.
2 drops of blood. It's not
Right.
like blood splatter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or like you see a
They
shadow figure of them, and then like the 2 drops of blood splatter.
Yeah,
That's it.
effectively, like if you watch One Piece from the outside, it just doesn't feel dark. So when they're showing this one is on some Law backstory, Sanji
Okay.
backstory,
It's dark.
Doflamingo backstory,
Yeah, like we said before, we know how old it
Big
gets when it
Mom
comes to backstories. He
backstory.
cooks. Yeah.
I'm
He absolutely
saying it's on
cooks.
that level of dark and sadness.
Right.
So I feel like from this first episode, which I'm not going to watch anymore until it finishes, but
Mhm.
this first episode, from what I see, they're going to show it, and I know I'm gonna cry when these moments happen, because
I've already cried.
on what, the first episode, on that episode.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
you just a
sad.
sad sap. That wasn't that bad.
I am a sap. I am a sap.
But that
Waiting
was
for this
it
moment.
was funny. It was almost funny because he was just sitting there, and it's like, yay, da splat.
Ah!
But
Did
that
my man
started.
dirty.
One Piece released the official visual of Kuma holding infant Bonnie, and the image is very cute. It's also really good art. So
Okay.
y'all probably see the image here as well.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Oh, wait, one more One Piece thing. Didn't I have something else?
You said you did, but you said you lost it.
No, I found the first one, but now I done lost the second one. One Piece started. Kuma backstory started. Hey, stop scratching my carpet. Kuma backstory started, and
Something about maybe I was told the animation's gotten better, everything's getting better. Like maybe that everything in One Piece is coming. Like now that we're in the end game, it's all the pieces are almost in the right place.
no, other than that, that's it. I can't remember. Maybe I'll remember by the end of this. But some people, I know that some people had a lot of issues on Reddit and Twitter. Not issues, but people are some people. I don't even think that anyone actually. Let me rephrase this. People legitimately had issues with the sound. People didn't really have issues with this. A few posts went viral about this, and it made it to the animators' eyes, which was that this scene with Luffy was over animated. And before Luffy and Kizaru, before this didn't happen, because Twitter and anime and like media weren't so intermingled. So you'd have like these viral tweets about stuff, and then nobody would know. Actually, one of my friends made a tweet of himself. Shout out to the Eastie. He made a tweet of himself throwing some JJK volumes in the trash. And then y'all may have even seen this circulating when the ending, because he was so mad of the ending, and it went dumb viral. People were making videos like JJK fans are throwing away their manga after this. And he made that tweet. It was one of my homies, and he made that tweet and just, you know what I mean,
funny.
after the ending,
Dope.
just because he thought the ending was trash. And it was funny. So that stuff is happening. So Vincent Chansard, he did the fight with Kizaru. I mean, not Kizaru, with some of the Gear 5 stuff with or pre-Gear 5 stuff with what's his name? Kaido. He did Garfield and that person of the witch, the fight that Garf had this with ReZero.
The guy with all the swords.
He does a lot of dynamic animation. I forget what else. He's done some really popular fights.
Okay.
And on this one, this tweet made it to him, and he was like, he doesn't understand why people would think that. And that's why I thought this was funny, because I'm like, bro, I hope you don't think people. I'm like, these are losers on Twitter who are probably like 17 years old and just
People
tweeting dumb
don't think
opinions
that.
for likes, and then that generates a whole bunch of other opinions, which creates this kind of thing that you feel like it's real. But no, all these people who are saying this are sitting down to watch it, which is why every time you drop something like this, the numbers are ridiculous. That's why ReZero numbers were ridiculous. Kaido versus Luffy ridiculous. That episode was ridiculous. So it's like, and then he said that big One Piece fans out there know who Vincent Chansard is, but he said that every animator out there wants to work on Luffy Gear 5 because it's like an animator's dream, because you can do pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah,
exactly.
I completely get that.
So, and that shows me more so that obviously, which I pretty much knew, but obviously Oda's giving, I don't think he's giving. I think that they have enough freedom to make a lot of decisions animation wise with Luffy that they want to make. And it seems like they respect Oda's work, but a lot of decisions they make, which is why stuff like the fight with Zoro with those big fire circles that never happened.
You stay bringing that up.
Not happen. I mean, there's more examples, but that
that's
like
the big
when,
one.
Yeah, like when
Garp where'd that come from?
Roof. Yeah, when Garp jumped from roof to roof, it just shows a line, a zigzag. But they show him, you know what I mean, blasting buildings. So yeah, but I think he did an excellent job. And I think that episode was so cool. I think the sounds were goofy, and I would like them to be different, but I think he did an excellent job animating. So
he did.
Okay.
End rant on One Piece animation.
Can't wait to watch it.
Hell yes. Bro, you've been waiting too long. You need to catch up in chunks, bro. You be waiting on your favorite. To have your favorite be going so hot and not be caught up at least a few chunks at a time. I never understood that with you in this waiting for you.
I'm going to watch the first half of Egghead.
I don't know how you can avoid everything. Like,
no
way.
Especially without reading. I can avoid it because I read and I feel like I'm getting the content. But you're just not on your favorite anime for like a year at a time.
I just gotten very good at staying away from those social media posts. When anything One Piece
I'm
comes on
not even talking about being spoiled. I'm talking about the enjoyment, because usually we gotta wait for our half favorites, you know what I'm saying, for a year. Well, One Piece, you wait a month, you got 4 episodes each month.
That's not enough.
Regardless,
that's not enough to watch in one sitting.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just used to it.
Like in a heavy time. I get if it's
especially now that I'm watching so much anime on a weekly basis now. Like I have so much other stuff to watch and catch up on. Like I'll get to it. Yeah, like I said, I probably watched the first half. My birthday.
Let me tell you, if Naruto was airing, if Kingdom was airing, I'm talking
probably watching
the episodes.
Probably watching every week.
5 max. I gotta lock in.
No, I can't do that with those. Those I can watch every week and be fine.
Especially like the fight scenes. It's just those ones are so good. But yeah, however you want to do it, you know. However you keep going. Because I'm just thinking about it, like if Naruto was airing, bro, I couldn't let it go a whole year. Watch everyone getting hyped. I'm like, nah, bro, I gotta see what my
Naruto come back. I'd watch it every week. Yeah, I'd watch that every week.
No, but I'm saying that's my favorite. Your favorite is One Piece. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so used to doing it the way I've been doing it ever since I've got into it. It was like 10 episodes at a time when I first started. Then I got
that would make sense.
When I first started, I used to do
months, because then it's like waiting a season. You get
Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, I would do like that, 10 episodes at a time. I would collect them up like that. But then I think it got to a point where there was no more One Piece episodes for me to watch. So I just let them. I just wait till this arc is finished. I just started doing it like that and just got into the habit of doing that.
Okay. I just got, especially now. Now you should be locked in, because
I don't mind doing the 10 episodes, going back to doing 10 episodes at a time. I don't mind doing that.
This is where the story, because now I can't even talk to you about the story, but like every year, this is where the story is like, and you're already like a year behind the manga. So it's like, you like 2 years
I might have to break it for the sake of doing this and going forward. I might have to break that, just get back to maybe doing every 5 episodes.
I wouldn't even mind if you keep, I'm just saying, I feel like now this one's a good one to talk about. It's also your favorite.
It is.
I would really like if you would read it, so then we could really lock in and talk, bro. We get some viewers too. You know, the One Piece fans love it.
We do.
Look,
We
see them
do.
gears turning.
And look, I hear you, but like
Hey!
I can't go back to the beginning and start reading One Piece right now. That is I'm just getting into trying to read manga, so that is a
No, that's what
lot.
I'm saying. Not right now. We'll ease
I,
into
no,
it,
I
sweetheart.
do want to
You
eventually
dip
read
a
it.
toe
Let's
in.
go.
I do want to read it though. I definitely do. Once it's done, I tell
Mhm.
myself I'll read it from the beginning once it's done and see the differences
Nah, I ain't
between.
talking about that. I'm talking about where we can talk about it week to week, not have to worry about spoiling, not have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, nothing. And then waiting on the anime makes a lot more sense because
So
you're
you say.
getting the juicy details,
So you
and
say.
then you can watch it all unfold as you know what I'm saying. And some of the cool stuff in the anime versus manga talks is like which hockey is which, because sometimes in the manga they'll draw a black line and the fans will be like, oh, that's hockey, but then in the anime they'll show it and it won't be any lines there, and people are like, no, see, we told you it wasn't hockey. So stuff like that is pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Am I doing a good job of convincing you?
You're trying. You're trying. It's difficult. It's difficult. Might have to revisit it again when Reese comes out in the theater, and then I see how I feel about it after reading it, and then going to watch it actually happen. Like,
right,
see how I
as
feel.
the anime comes out.
Yeah. See how I feel about it. Yeah.
Or we'll have a closer one too. Once you read Boruto, I'm sure you'll want to go.
Okay.
You can go watch the non-film.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely right with the Boruto one. Yeah, that'll be a lot quicker. I would say between that and Reese. But yeah. But it's in the back. It's in the back on the waiting table right now. We'll see. Getting to watch it more so is easier.
Of course.
So I got some catching up to do.
Okay. A few more.
Wait through this. Go ahead.
Say it. No, go ahead.
I'm saying I might wait until this what's the name arc is over and watch that the Kuma's backstory.
Okay.
And watch all that in one sitting.
My thing is once this, I don't care what you stay away from, you're gonna have to just unlog out of Facebook, Instagram, everything. Because once the final
You can't hide from this.
The final war, it's no high. It'll be just like Gojo with the head being chopped off or anything like that. I had Gojo and every Juju K name muted on Twitter. They were still popping up.
Once you can't hide what's inside.
You might log out of everything. Just log out of everything.
Even then, you can't stop it.
That's gonna affect your other stuff because you do media on so many different things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I think about every time. I'm like, I want to take like a 2-week break from this, but I'm like, I do so much on media. I need to, you know what I mean, stay locked in. So, but all right. Next we have Sakamoto Days, or actually, let's do that last because that's the trailer.
Okay.
And the last Avatar series.
Yes.
Announced the movie, and that will be airing October 9th, 2026. That's well over a year away. I wish they didn't even freaking tell us.
Give us like 3 months out or something.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm happy they told us something because, like I said, now that I've read most of Kyoshi, them doing this quicker means they're gonna get quicker to Kyoshi. Even though I'm really excited for this, they're gonna have to finish this first. So I believe this is Aang as adult in his prime, fully avatared up.
This is gonna make me definitely go back and rewatch the original Last Airbender. I've not watched it.
I rewatched the original like 3 years ago when it got popular during COVID, so I'm still locked in pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, I would definitely, if you haven't seen it in a while, the rewatch was fun, and it does still feel childish, but the deep moments feel deep.
I'm gonna tell you where I fell in love with it. I was at my ex's mother's house, and I was looking for something to watch while she was finishing up some school stuff. I was looking for something to watch, and it just happened to be on. I kept hearing people talk about the Avatar, so I just said whatever. Let me just put it on, just let it play. And it was the episode when they stole Appa, and Aang got pissed off and was trying to track him down. Baby. And then when that episode was over, I said, "I'll be right back, y'all. I went right to Best Buy and bought the first 2 whole box sets." I was like, "Nope." Buying them right now. As soon as I put that home, I tapped right in, said first DVD, let's go. Yeah. I was all in after that episode.
It had him in a chokehold then.
It did. It really did.
It's crazy because the power system, the world building, the like fight style, everything he did about this series, so good. And he did it from those few books, and then it became a great series. They picked Aang as the first one to go with, and I just think they have so much potential with the series. So I really hope they dive in hard over the next 5 years. I know the live action, which is on my I'm currently on Daredevil, but I'm rewatching my 2024, everything that came out in 2024, and Avatar: The Last Airbender is on my list, the live action. So I know that one's set for like 5 seasons or something, they said. So
Wow.
I never finished the first season.
they're putting money in Avatar, is my point. And yeah, hopefully they'll make it good. Knowing that it's coming out in 2026 makes me feel like they just started working on it or started working on it not too long ago.
Mhm.
So hopefully it's good when it comes out.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. Next, I'm gonna send y'all this picture because Disney is copying
Shocker.
anime again.
I didn't
more
even know what you were gonna
specifically-
say, but shocker.
More specifically, they're copying Payrat again.
I saw this
Oh
online.
God.
And honestly, it's nothing bad about it. But what's funny is Disney acquired the
Yes.
exclusive streaming rights to Bleach, which is why they're only on Hulu because Disney owns Hulu. So Bleach, obviously, if you're like a creative designer for Disney, you might be locked into all their shows and stuff they have. And you as an artist might want to figure out how to make you as a graphic designer might, and you know what I mean, you draw ideas from elsewhere. That does look pretty blatant, but I think the latest thing that Disney copied is something really interesting, where they copied a fight from Boruto where Sakura fights Shin, who is a he's a what's the word? He's like a cyborg, not a cyborg, but enhanced human. And he put a whole bunch of Sharingans in himself. You know that fight with Sakura and Boruto?
Yeah.
The really good one.
Not on me. I didn't see that far.
But there's a fight with adult Sakura and Boruto.
Early?
Yeah.
And it's like, huh?
Early on?
Yeah, it's pretty early on. It's the Sarada arc where Sarada first meets Sasuke.
Okay.
And Sakura fights Shin. And the fight is like 11
That's an
out of 10
anime
fight.
only arc, if I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Mama
And
Pops
that's
was
one
getting
that was written actually. I don't know. I believe it was written by the writer. So that one's legit canon, even though it's not in the manga.
Yeah.
So I was going to tell you, when you read and when you watch Boruto, watch that arc because it's not in the manga, but that's legit. And it's legit
so
good. We
good.
talked about this before.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Naruto level good. It's legit good. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back to me as I remember watching like what I did of Boruto or whatever. That was a cool one, yeah. Because she got to see.
And
her
that
moms
fight
Pop
is
during
where the
that
meme
fight,
started to slow down about Sakura being useless, because that fight was legit. And I've always been a Sakura fan. I've always loved Sakura.
Same.
We've talked about this. We all every year are Sakura fans.
Yeah.
But that fight legit made people online start to respect Sakura because they're like, hold on now, she's still a ninja now.
Mm-hmm.
So
very powerful.
But what I was gonna say is they copied that fight and the exact choreography from that animation, which shows you how just goated the animation directors of Naruto and Boruto are. They copied that and put it in The Winter Soldier. And I don't know if y'all have seen this, but have y'all not seen this?
Of course, I've seen the Winter Soldier plenty of times.
No, I mean, have y'all seen the direct? Oh,
no.
Let me
no,
show you.
I have not.
No.
Oh.
Once you said that, I'm like, wait, which fight in the Winter Soldier?
So actually,
not the one when they're on the freeway with him
I'm wondering
on the freeway with the knife.
Fans might be able to correct me. Yeah, I'm wondering now if this one came first and Payrat did it, but it's interesting that both of these things are Payrat. So now I'm actually trying to remember which one came first. But here, I'll share it with y'all.
Boruto, I'm pretty sure came way before Winter Soldier. Like, are we talking about the movie or the series?
I believe the movie. I think this is
from the movie. Okay. Then the movie, I don't know.
I shared it low.
Right.
Actually, this might be the series. I don't know. So this is it.
Oh, yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah.
Like literally directly.
Okay.
Literally directly. So that's why I say Disney again. But once again, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but since I don't know, we're going to say Disney copied them because Boruto goated. So Disney again copied somebody, and they did it with this Andor poster. And
yeah, that's not the first time that stuff has been happening before. I've seen copying at all sorts of places. Yeah, people
probably won't be the last.
Yeah, it won't be for sure.
But I always find it interesting when they copy choreography animation, because ever since I was young, I always thought Naruto, Samurai Champloo, ones like those had just like a different, even Fist of the North Star had a different level of choreography than Dragon Ball Z. And I didn't really know
For
what
sure.
anime was. I didn't, but when I watched it back in the day, I was like, Dragon Ball Z is cool and Goku's my guy. But these fights just give a little more something, and I don't know what it is. And I was just, you know what I mean,
The
11-year-old
Winter
me
Soldier
trying to
movie
figure it
came
out.
out in 2014, and the Sadara
Oh, yeah, that's
arc
before
came in
Boruto.
2017.
Yeah, but Naruto was still airing during that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Winter Soldier.
Yeah, so oh no, wait, you said the Winter Soldier movie?
Winter
Yeah,
Soldier
it's only a
movie was
movie. Yeah.
2014, and the Sadara arc was 2017. So the movie
I
came
think this
first.
is from. I think it's from the movie that came out in COVID that was supposed to be.
That's Captain America Winter Soldier. Is that movie?
Yeah, that's the very first movie.
That didn't
Yeah.
come out
That's
in 2014.
the second Captain America movie.
Oh, okay.
That was the
Yeah, that
second
didn't come
one?
out. The one I'm talking about came
The
out
first
during
one-
COVID.
First one was just Captain America, First Avenger. Then it was Winter Soldier, and then it was a Civil War. Was the third Captain
Yeah, I
America
believe
movie.
that scene is from the second one that came
It
out.
is. It
during
is from the
COVID.
second one. Yeah, that's when
Yeah,
Bucky
yeah.
had
So
So,
the
so Winter
eyeliner
Soldier,
on and
that
the
was
mask.
that was 2014.
Yes.
When
No, because
Captain
this one
America
came out during COVID. I'm talking about this is the series then. Because yeah, now actually that I remember, it was supposed to be a movie, but it turned into a series. Remember, and it was on Disney
But-
Plus.
That clip
Captain
was
America
from the
wasn't-
movie.
Captain America wasn't
Okay.
in.
Yeah,
the
that
Winter
clip was
Soldier
from the movie
series.
Winter Soldier. Yeah,
But
It's
no,
not from
but
the
yeah, it was.
Falcon and
I
Winter
was
Soldier
talking.
show.
I said Winter Soldier series originally,
No,
but I thought
no.
it was from what I thought it was from the
but
movie
Captain.
that got turned into a series that came out during COVID.
Oh, well, yeah,
Oh,
okay. No, that's strictly from the second Captain America movie, Winter Soldier.
Okay.
100%, yeah.
So then, yeah, that animation choreography was taken from
From
that,
there,
which actually was pre-Disney, so it don't even matter. So,
but at least we figured it out.
yes. But yeah, they did copy themselves they copied Payrot with Andor. I don't know. Maybe the same artist worked on it. Probably not. But
it's funny how people can catch that because I would have never caught it.
yeah. Next, Lupin the Third movie drops on June 27th. This I'm hyped they're still making content, but I'm gonna jump into Lupin soon. It's actually my next one. It was gonna be my one after Fate. So I haven't finished Fate Stories, my next like long franchise that I was gonna jump into, and yeah, it's on the list. So I know the last one was pretty good, and the last season was pretty good, so that would be hype. Lastly, Versus manga, which is I have the little article here saved. Versus manga, which is I talked about this manga a while ago in the Facebook group, but this manga was announced. This was One's recent project, who is the writer of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho, and this is illustrated by Azuma Kyotaro, and he is. I have his list here. He has illustrated for things like Sakura Brigade, The King of Fighters, A New Beginning, and Tenkaichi, those mangas, and a few more.
Nice.
And this manga, which is called Versus, won the best shonen at 2025 Kondashi Manga Awards. Versus by one Mob Psycho 100 and Mob 100, and what's his name? One Punch Man. What the heck? Sorry, y'all.
You good?
It said that. Here we go. The synopsis: action fantasy about 47 heroes choosing to fight 47 demons, but nothing goes as planned. Quickly, it turns into a desperate battle for mankind's survival across worlds. And I was gonna read this when I heard about it, and I completely forgot about it. So now I'm gonna put it back on my list, or on my list. And that sounds super cool. And looks like he's done it again. One has written 2 series that are incredibly popular and have huge cult followings. So
can we do the third time?
He's gonna join the likes of Inoue and like the writer of Fairy Tail on Goated Mangaka, because the writer of Fairy Tail has like 3 series. Inoue's got like Slam Dunk, Real, and Vagabond. To have 3 super successful series, first of all, it's an insane amount of work, but it's also a lot of talent because you hit the mark 3 different times.
And I fully expect him to hit the mark this time too.
Yes.
I like the visual of that shot or whatever. Like I just like the images of it and everything. Like I have full faith that he can do it again.
So I'm assuming it'll probably get picked up by Anime Studio. He's got a good record, so I can
I'd
imagine
be very
hearing about it
surprised
soon.
if it didn't get picked up.
Now winning this award, it's going to get a lot of clout, and I'm sure a lot of producers are going to be, or committees rather, are going to be looking at this manga.
Mappa with studios, they got people standing outside of his house right now, looking, trying to let's talk to you real quick.
What you got in there?
Yeah,
hey,
let's have a conversation.
He puts his head out the window and says, "Finish One Punch Man season 3 and we'll talk."
Let me see what that's looking like first.
You know, he's got a point.
Before I just sign up with somebody, like
for real. And last but not least, this is a lot of news this week, which was funny because there has not been a lot of news the last few weeks, and I've been
it really hasn't.
I've been making it up. Everything I said, I made it up. No, I'm just joking.
And y'all fall for it now.
All of it fake. No, I've been looking for some obscure stuff, and every time I look, I happen to find like 8 things. So I'm happy about that. Last but not least, Sakamoto's Days season 2 released a trailer. Hello Kitty plushie.
Yay!
And people are happy about this because people complained about the animation and the vibe of season 1. I think that people expected it to look more like Super Cube, episode 1, for example. How they were running down. They expected it to look like that, maybe more Chainsaw Man-y. But to me, I thought they captured the manga art very well. I thought I enjoyed it the whole time. I
like it.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was watching it before I read it and then watching it after I read it. The only thing I'm mad about is them cutting out the first mission. I'm not even so mad because the mission was crazy. I hate, y'all hear me talk about cut content all the time. I hate it because once again, you can only get this once. And 2, we don't know where we're going. Y'all better not cut nothing else. Because what's coming up is so good. I've been hooked on this manga. Cannot put it down. Each time I read it, I'm like, I got to set aside 30 minutes because I just keep skipping through chapters. Yeah.
尊い正義への一歩だ。
I can't wait for that.
Oh, wait, July 14th. Hold on.
Right around
that's
the
next
corner.
season. That's next season.
Mandy.
Yo, that was fire. I did not watch that. That was fire.
Song,
I cannot wait.
That song got me good. I can't wait to see the opening because if there's
the
a
voice
good song,
actor for Slur is
everything.
good. I don't know who that is. But the voice
Yeah.
actor for Slur, the white hair guy, is good.
She's got that deep voice, and I'm like, oh no. But yes.
So
It makes you tingle.
I am so excited.
Definitely tingle.
This part where they go from now, it kind of gives you the vibe that like they're gonna be shop owners, and every day it'll be a new mission, kind of Rick and Morty style, where it's like new mission, but we're home base is shop. From here on, this arc is where that changes. This arc is where they get some story details. This arc actually they have to go back and infiltrate the school that Sakamoto went to. So they're going to be going back there, which means a lot of assassins, a whole fights on planes and all types of stuff. It's going to be crazy.
I see there's going to be a big fight with Tokyo Tower. I can't wait to see that. Oh.
Yes.
I'm excited to see more of these newer assassins that were kind of introduced at the end of one, like the guy, and then his lovely little assistant.
With the chainsaw.
And the chainsaw. Oh, God, love the chainsaw.
Yes.
So excited to see her.
Yeah, she's Yours voice actress, so I already love her.
Oh, then, yes, she is.
What's it called? Nagamo, the guy with the hand tattoos. He's Tanjiro's voice actor, and he does a great job. His character is really good. Y'all will love him. Trust me. His character is so good.
Crazy.
I think he's actually on the character poll. I think he's the top rated character. No, Shin. It's Shin, Nagamo, and then Taro, which I can't lie. I think Shin is my favorite character too. He has a lot of character development.
Adorable.
Okay.
I love him.
July 14th. It'll be here.
I'm so excited. I'm counting down already.
Yes.
But what did that trailer tell us? Some interesting things. First of all, Sakamoto quit the assassin world because he fell in love. He wanted to create a family.
Right.
He created this family, and the most important thing is keeping him safe. He's gotten fat and out of shape, but to anybody, as we can see, not even a S-tier human could get to him. It would only take somebody who was as good as him in his prime to be able to even do anything to him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the series that we watched, we saw he said he needed to get stronger. Shin obviously is going to be one of the main characters, so he's going to have to get stronger.
Mhm.
And then in that trailer, it said, "I hear you have a daughter." So that's when stuff gets way not tropey in the series.
Then we see his wife getting choked out too.
We saw the scene with the mom.
And we saw his wife getting choked out.
So now
there's a key detail y'all are missing about that, but I'm not going to explain it. Y'all just have to figure it out.
I gotta go watch it again.
They showed some stuff. I'm about to watch. I got to rewatch before this July. I got to rewatch Don Kaiju number 8 and Sakamoto.
Pretty much, yeah.
Before this summer season. So,
yeah. This summer season is going to be lit.
We saw his wife getting choked out, but when his family's involved, that's
when
stuff
it goes to a different level. Yeah.
And episode 1, we saw him walk into an arsenal that was like beyond like 10 times John Wick level. So we know he still got it on him. And then later there while I was reading, I just finished the arc, which is his backstory. They show his classmates, and then one of the girls in his like trio, they were like the top students. She says, if me and Sakamoto were naked in a room with a knife, I'd win. She said, but if we were both naked in a room, he'd actually win 100 times if we had no knives. She was like, because it was him, Nagamo, and this girl. I'm not gonna tell y'all, as y'all find out her later. And they said Nagamo, guy with the hand tats, he's the best at skills and stuff like that. Like using his skills, because remember he could transform himself. Like
it looks like somebody else. Yeah,
guys. And then she said, "I'm the best with using my weapons." And then she said, "Sakamoto's the best at using whatever's in the room." So basically, if you're in the room, he can figure out anything. And that's what y'all see. One scene, he kills somebody with a receipt.
Yeah,
so it's like that's what he does. So then they show his backstory, and he's like, "That's how he was all the way since high school." And I was like, "Yo, his backstory is so cool." So. Say all that to say I'm really excited for this season coming up, and I really hope they do it justice. I hope it gets popular so we can get season 3 or 2 really quick.
Yeah,
I really hope so.
I believe in that trailer. That trailer looks like this season's gonna be intense.
For sure.
The fact that it's coming to Netflix means either we could never get season 2, or we could get season 2 in like 6 months. That was the only 2 options. It's either going to come really quickly or never.
Or gone. Yeah.
That's Netflix. That's why I'm like, I'm still not fully trusting Netflix. I only bought you because y'all get an anime every season now. But the reason I got rid of you is because y'all literally cancel shows. So they could, you know.
But
I mean, it always could get dropped by Crunchyroll or someone else, but we'll see.
True. But Netflix is so far so good. So let's keep this momentum going.
I mean, they've only dropped a couple season 1s. We can't say so far so good yet.
I would say so far so mediocre.
And so far it's acceptable. But we need like a solid like 40 episodes of an anime on Netflix at the same level of production. Like Don season 2 is great. Y'all probably already planned this. That's why it got announced so quickly. Same with
Blue Box?
Sakamoto Days.
Yeah, Sakamoto Days.
Y'all already planned for that.
Yeah.
If Blue Box or something comes back with another 24 just like this, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? If Don comes and then we get a 3rd and 4th season, all right, Netflix is cooking.
Let's go.
They haven't done that yet, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they have not.
No, they haven't. Everything they get on there is stuff that was already released elsewhere. But their own release, they haven't done more than like 24 episodes.
Yeah.
Of an anime, maybe like Castlevania or Beastars. Oh wait, Beastars they did, I guess.
We don't care about.
We're waiting for part the second.
I don't trust me. I don't care about Beastars. I'm talking about logistically here.
Logistically, we don't care about Beastars.
Isn't it getting its 3rd season?
The third season, the first half of 3rd season is out. The second half.
Okay, so that's decent.
And they've been like 20 episodes, like some 20 some episodes a season, if I'm correct. So
yeah, that's decent.
Yeah, Beastars. Yeah.
Well, sorry to run news so long today, but
nope, we had some stuff to get out there and talk about, so it's all good.
We like news because we like you.
Sakamoto Days.
Well, I hate y'all. No,
dang, there goes my love.
Here's what it is.
No pain.
All right, pain.
I'm joking. I love y'all.
All right, next up on the docket, Gabby, what topic do you have for us this week?
Well, now that we're giggly and happy, let's talk about the depiction of mental health in anime. Yay!
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It just hasn't said a dang thing.
Mental health is very prominent in anime.
Yes, it
It is.
is. Yes, it is. Because a lot of people, when you think anime, you think obviously One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. They have their sad moments, but people go and think the friendship, the fairy tales, the lighthearted adventures, the action scenes. But once we get into the ones that are really good storytelling, a lot of them actually do a very good job of an accurate depiction of a lot of different mental health battles. Now, just to name two big ones that I think show it off really well, um, there is a silent voice. That was a really good
Mm,
one. That shows a lot of the big impacts regarding bullying, social
mhm.
anxiety, self-exiting, depression. Goes through a number of that. And additionally, we've watched this one. I don't know if you guys remember it, but Perfect Blue.
No, we were supposed to. It was on the list,
Oh,
but we
I was
never
gonna
got
say,
to
did
it.
we watch that?
No, we didn't watch Perfect
okay.
Blue. Yeah.
Well, then I watched it at
Yeah, I
some
ain't seen
point on
that one.
my own. But this one is a very unique one because I don't think a lot of ones do go into this, but it's the struggle of depicting and differentiating reality from fantasy because of, the girl's a pop idol. She gets the stalker. How does she depict the real world from her kind of self idol world? Um, and that tackles a lot of things about mental health. But there are a number of other ones and even just side characters depicted in smaller animes,
Mhm.
but are there any that stand out to you guys? How do you feel the depictions are?
Silent Voice is a really, really good one.
Mhm.
It is a heavy watch, but it is a fantastic movie. I will say that.
Yes.
I definitely recommend it if you're just looking for an animated movie to watch or something like that. It's sad and depressing, but overall, it's really, really good. And it is definitely an emotional kind of roller coaster with the whole bullying thing added into it, with the deaf girl and everything. Like, just so much in this, but it's so great. I think that's a great one, Gabby. Also, think Evangelion is a good one, especially after
Yep.
watching it again after all this time, because that whole thing is nothing but trauma the
E-
entire time. Like,
Evangelion also really shows you that you are your own worst critic, really. It's the inner voice inside your head that really gets to you.
yep, from the
Mhm.
very beginning of that show to the literally to the very end. That's just what it is. Just second doubting yourself. Do people really like me? All that kind of stuff. Does my father like me? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does now. I don't know. There are all these new people around me who are saying they're my friends, but are they really? I don't want to hurt them. It's just so much compounded into that one. Yeah, but I think those are some good choices for shows slash movies that deal with mental health. Trying to think of another one. Let me look at my list. See if anything jumps out on the page at me. Anything coming to your head, Noah?
Uh, there's there's this one anime that I think it's literally made for mental health, but it's like it's called cosmic psychotic medicine, I believe.
Hmm, never heard of it.
And it's like I watched this anime like actually like 2 years ago, but I think it's like I think I watched it all in one sitting because they're 5 minute episodes. But this one like specifically covers that, but ones that are less
Ob-
descriptive or
Obvious?
clear cut,
Hmm. Less
yeah, would
obvious that
be
it's about a mental health struggle.
exactly.
Mhm.
Once we watch like another, that was one
Yes.
with like the girl who
Another is a
was
good one.
abused.
Call of the
Nana.
Night, I can say is one.
Eh,
Oh,
Well, the guy, he doesn't sleep. He wanders all night. Doesn't want to go to school. Doesn't want to do anything. Just kind of just
insomnia.
flows through the
That's
field.
called
Yeah.
being 15. And a cute
Call of
girl
the
calls you out at night. You not doing the same thing.
Call of the
I
Night
am.
has a very good undertone of it, and it is a good example of one that's like not strictly about the mental health issues, but it does have the underlying issues of, hey, I'm doing all these things at night because of these issues, and I
Hmm.
don't
Uh huh.
interact with the day-to-day world.
Uh huh. Yeah, Nana as well. That's another one.
Yes, Nana is a big one. I don't know if you guys have ever seen March Comes In Like a Lion. You gotta
I
check
know what
that
you're talking
one.
about, but I've never seen it. I know of it, and it's like on my
Yeah.
list of slice of life type of ones to watch. So okay.
But basically, it's a guy that's a shogi player. He is a young boy. He is, fantastic. He is a perfectionist, but because he's a perfectionist by trade, everything he does, if he makes a misstep, it leaves him unsatisfied. So his life is just full of self-loathing. And he
Mm,
lives next to these three girls. And then he ends up kind of becoming part of their family in a sense, very all platonically. But it's a very nice story of showing how just because someone can be high up and they have all of these things, it doesn't mean that they're, enjoying their life. So I
mhm.
think that's another great one.
Okay.
And I find it important that these stories do show not just the bad, but they do show not solutions, but, yeah, it's normal, but you can also get better.
Right. Ways of helping to kind of push through it in some way.
Yeah, because it can be an escape for some people that experience this to see it getting better and can be
Hmm.
something that they
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. I
Those
agree.
are all. I think those are all really good choices, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
Struggle
Oh,
see anything.
yeah. Your Lie in April. That's a good one. That's on Netflix, I believe.
Yes,
That's
it
what I
is.
first
That's
watched.
is that a movie or a show? I know I've seen it.
That's a show.
Okay, that's one with the
That's a
pianist.
show. Yes, that's a
Okay,
big one that tackles grief.
yeah, yeah,
It
that's a good
tackles your
one.
own grief once you're done crying at the end of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You get your own grief out of that show. But it's got a beautiful opening.
Smile through the opening, and cry through the ending.
Oh, you cry through the opening once you get into it.
Yeah, once it all starts coming together,
Yep.
you
Because it
realize this is not
tackles,
going to be
yep.
not going to be a good ride.
No, because it tackles things like PTSD, childhood trauma, and depression.
Oh yeah, it doesn't hold back on none of that stuff. They
Mhm.
try to make you cry.
They don't try, they succeed. They succeed.
That's another good pick. Not seeing anything here that's jumping out at me, but I think those some solid ones overall, though, to tell you the truth. All right, thank you for that, Gab. Let's move on to number 3 on the docket, which is our top threes of the week. For what we got to watch. Did you get to check anything out this weekend, Noah? I know you've been past couple weeks.
No, actually. I
Okay.
watched less anime this week.
Dang.
Probably by next week. Next week I've just been busy this last 3 weeks. Plus I just haven't been in the mood to watch much for the last 3 weeks for whatever reason.
That's
But
fair.
by next week I'll probably be caught up on everything. I'm what is it? This weekend I caught up on a bunch of my other stuff and finished watching Fire Force season 2 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So next week I'll have some stuff to talk about. But this week I literally watched no anime besides Fire Force season 2
Okay.
and Windbreaker's newest episode. I did watch Windbreaker's newest episode.
Okay.
Windbreaker's so good.
All right. I'll go
Love
and go first then, Gab. I did finally, well, I didn't catch up, but I started Vigilantes. I've seen the first 4 episodes.
Oh, wait. What was episode 4?
Let me look it up. What was 4? I watched it like right before I fell asleep last night.
Was that Ida's brother?
I want to say, I know he showed up already. I can't remember if that was him. If he like showed up in any other way last night. But I know I've been watching them work their powers together. And yes, the main character's power is trash, but it's still a fun, interesting watch.
Oh,
Like
but it's so good. It gets so much better.
it's gonna have to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't
See,
find this one
episode
post
4
I'm looking for.
when you get into is the episode about Ida's brother. So, yeah.
Okay, I might just rewatch it before I continue. Before I go to sleep tonight, just rewatch it again to get refreshed.
I
But
can't
yeah,
wait.
I'm enjoying it so far.
When you watch
'Cause-
5 and 6, you have to message us. I wanna. Noah, have you seen Vigilantes?
Yes. I've seen
Okay.
up to episode 3 or 4.
Okay, wait, you can't text us because you can't spoil 5 or 6 for Noah.
Got it, no problem.
I'm
I
excited.
mean, y'all can if y'all want. I don't mind.
No, but it's a
If
good
y'all
one.
are caught up.
No, you can't spoil 5 and 6.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna schedule 5 and 6. I'll go rewatch 4 and then go right into 5 and 6. But I am enjoying it so far, and I like the fact that the main character and the girls powers are kind of trashy in comparison to kind of what we know from that world. But seeing them kind of working it out together, I'm looking forward to see how all three of them grow and use their powers to help each other and stuff. Because right now, it's off the break. I'm like, if y'all had big dude, y'all would be in trouble right now because this sliding around and just jumping off of surfaces. I did think it was cool when he jumped off the wall to catch her, whatever. She jumped off of him to keep jumping forward. I was like, okay, that's a smart way to use that. Need more stuff like this for the team. But okay, so yeah, I did finally start Vigilantes. I made sure of that.
Okay.
Honorable mentions for me this week. Guilty Gear, like they're still, as a fan, like just Guilty Gear in general, it's still rocking. It feels like they're finally coming off of this end game type of big thing that they're dealing with. So now it might slow down before they close everything out. But it's been dope so far though. These last few episodes have been killing it. Also on my honorable mentions, Witch Watch was fun this week. With them trying to do the whole YouTube channel thing, that was absolutely hilarious.
It was funny.
Yeah, because they were so bad at it. That was very entertaining. Lazarus is on my honorable mentions. And Yaiba is on my honorable mentions as well. Another great episode.
Oh, I did watch Yaiba. Oh my goodness. Yaiba had easily, I put that up there with like that, Goku turning Super Saiyan 4, Soul Leveling episode 11, Orb final episode. Praise. Hell yeah, that was one of the best episodes of the year for sure. The episode where he I can't remember if it was 6 or 7, but that episode where he fought outside and they were paneling around the building. Did you see that, Lo?
I think that was 7. Yeah. I think
that might have been. They were fighting outside this building and they were paneling around the building while they were going. Just the fight, the animation, Yaiba's character, his friends, everything about it. That was easily like production wise.
Yeah, this week's episode 7 was with the two samurai. Have their fight, and Yaiba went back in the past.
It's been a 2-episode fight.
Okay, so if it wasn't 6 or 7.
I think was he fighting the bat?
Huh?
The bat dude?
The bat demon?
Yeah, the bat or demon or whatever. Was he fighting that character? The episode you're talking about?
I think so. Yeah, when they were.
Yeah, that was the one I watched last week. That I said that was like
outside the building.
Yeah, that was like their best episode so far. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the best episodes of the year. That definitely was up there with like Soul Leveling or.
Yeah. That episode was epic.
Definitely one of the best episodes.
It was a good one.
Yeah, but that was on my Yaiba was on my honorable mentions this week. Great episode.
I watched that.
Honorable mentions, but my top 3 this week. Number 3 was Fire Force. My boy got to show off again, and we're gonna see what is his name?
I watched episode 1 of Fire Force.
Yeah.
Of season 3, and it was great, but the animation was not as good as season 2. That was episode 1. Now has that improved going forward?
Yes.
Because see, episode 1 when Burns went over to, which was crazy, by the way, when Burns went over to the evangelist side, and I hate this stupid electric girl, and then Shinra fought Burns, and he was training with Arthur. That was a whole bunch of stills, and they don't really do stills. The animation of Shinra spinning on his head with his 2 legs spinning around and the fire coming off his feet is always crisp. So when I saw that, I was a little disappointed.
No, that he gets back to his spinning, kicking thing. Yeah.
And as well as I noticed the audio on his little, every time he takes off the little chew, when he takes off every time, it was a little bit quieter. No, maybe y'all don't know because you haven't seen. Oh no, you did, Lo. We all rewatched it, right?
We all have.
Yeah, this week Fire Force goes crazy with the audio, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's just one specific.
It gets
scene.
A lot better.
This is one specific
one was
scene
disappointing.
Where she
it was.
When it was in the tunnel, she was trying to find like,
in my personal opinion, coming from
the underground part.
Season 2.
I would agree.
There's this scene with I'm trying to remember. She was walking, trying to find something underground or something, and how they were using the audio to pin what she was hearing, or whatever, was incredible this week. Like you can hear it even without having my headphones on. I can hear it clear as day through the speakers. I was like, if I want to stop this right now and put on headphones because I know they're going hard right now. So it was one of those type of moments for me. But that was number 3.
Because I watched the final episode of season 2 and went right in the episode of season 1, season 3. And I was like, bruh,
there's a bit of a
better not be like this the whole way. And I'm surprised that's episode 1 too. That's usually where they go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did heard there was rumors about them changing studios. They never did, so I'll have to look in and see if it's the same staff.
Well, my boy goes off in this episode. I'm trying to remember his name. It was like the captain of 5. The cool
Captain
dude.
of 5 is Ibana. That's the girl who loves Shinra.
No, it's not him. It's the cool dude everybody likes or whatever. Like the powerful
he's the
fire
captain
dude.
of either 2 or 3. I forget what his name is.
Well, I can't think of his name right now, but no, he has a moment. People gonna be cosplaying
the guy with the
him.
trumpet.
No. The cool, the one with the, he's like the most powerful fire mage or whatever thing that's on their team or whatever. He got a little mop or whatever. He attacks with sometimes.
On their team?
You said the cool dude. I thought you were talking about the ice dude.
No, not him. I meant cool as in like just people like to do. Like he's just a cool ass dude who doesn't want to be the leader, but like everybody wants him to be the leader.
The guy with the glasses?
No, it doesn't have glasses. What is his freaking name? I'm gonna know as soon as I see it. I'm gonna know as soon as I see it. Fire Force characters, please.
But he's on their team.
No, he's not. No, he's doing like a covert mission with Joker right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're talking about Lit? Talking about Professor Lit?
Close this.
You're talking about the scientist that works with them?
Benny Morrow. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Benny Maru.
Benny Maru?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's doing a mission with the Joker. How you forget
Joker,
his
yeah.
name? He's top.
That's why
3.
I said I couldn't remember his name to save my life, but Benny Morrow.
Oh, the what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the swooshy hair.
And he had had like a little mask on this episode. I guess everybody cosplaying with him going in the future. Yeah. But anyway, that was my number 3. My number 2 of the week was Windbreakers. Like we're coming out of the. I feel like we're coming out of the.
Somebody did graffiti at my job, and look who they drew. Dr. Giovanni. While I was reporting graffiti, I was like, "Is that Dr. Giovanni?"
That's funny. They have taste.
Somebody's watching Fire Force.
Let's go.
But like I was saying, my number 2 was Windbreakers. I like that everything we've been doing with the character building so far. Kind of we got to see that put in action this episode during a nice little fight sequence we had. We got introduced to some new characters. I'm looking forward to learning about who are these.
I am so excited.
Well-dressed dudes in suits just walk around the town. Apparently they're a gang too, and they have hands, like some severe hands that we've seen. So I'm excited to learn more about them, who this girl is that they've run into and tried to help. And like I said, I like seeing Sakura apply what he's learned so far in these past couple episodes.
Yeah.
Like going into his old habit and be like, nah, I'm gonna let them take care of it. I'm gonna trust them and let them take care of it, especially when what is dude's name that's the weakest one of them. Yeah, like how he had to yell like, no, I got this. Both of y'all go. He doesn't need to protect me. And we saw that
character development.
And see how he's been training with homeboys too. I'm liking this. I'm liking
had to run back and protect them, but he didn't.
No, luckily he had that move set. He was ready to put it into action. So
he was a roly-poly.
Roly poly, yeah. So he said, "I'm gonna teach you the roly poly." I was like, I have a feeling I know exactly what that's gonna be when he shows it to him. It was pretty simple. I was like, yeah, but that was cool. That was really cool. I really enjoyed the episode. Number 1 for me.
Finally back in the good story.
It's been a good story. It just hasn't had hands.
It hasn't. Now it is. Now it is.
Look, this episode was great because of the last episodes, because we had that character development, and now we're seeing it actually put into place.
Episodes was rated on IMDb. This was rated on IMDb.
And let my man get on the stripper pole at the end. I don't know what for in that moment, but like, okay.
Because it's a stripper pole.
Okay.
He's pole dancing.
Oh, he was getting it.
And he's good at it.
These new characters are sick, and this is what I'm waiting for, because like I said, we have no main villain. So we've seen all the younger boys fight. From now, it looks like all the upperclassmen can handle everything. So we need somebody who whoops the upperclassmen, and he's gonna have to do it with ease. So we know Shinra's gonna have to unlock his levels to beat him.
That might happen with these guys that run into, because right now they can't stand a candle to these.
That's at Shinra, yeah, Sakura.
I'm like,
Sakura.
Oh,
one of those little tiny brown-haired boys.
Yeah, the ones we love so much.
And my number 1 for this week is To Be Hero X. I'm sorry, new Soel versus old Soel this week was fire. How they was building up.
I haven't seen it yet, so don't say too much. I actually don't want to be spoiled on that one.
Okay, but
what I say?
Great episode. Oh no! Hold on. I'm gonna say this. The fight isn't in CG. It's in all hands.
I know.
Yeah, so
But the
I was
CG
like,
don't matter because the CG is great. Like the CG is good, which I never thought I would say.
CG is
This is
cool.
true.
The
It's
CG
cool.
gives me the same enjoyment I get from Trigun. Like Trigun, watching that, I was really disappointed when I first saw it, but once I got used to it, I genuinely enjoyed it. And
I
that's
like
how
I like Trigons more than
that's
this.
how I was with this.
Hmm.
To me, some of these cuts look a lot cleaner than Triguns, because Triguns looked a little robot-y in some of these, but Triguns was, Studio Orange is just magical. But
Yeah, they
yeah,
are.
Mhm.
that once you get used to the CG, I feel like it genuinely is enjoyable.
But no, this was a great episode. There's a nice little twist to things going on in the story at the very end. So keep an eye out for that. But because I yelled at the screen when it went over, it's one of those type of endings like such and such. Like, okay. All right, cool. But no, it was
What
a
do
fun
you
episode.
Cliffhanger the week
mean?
before was crazy. The
What did you see?
cliffhanger the week before was crazy.
It was,
They
I
had
think
another one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And more world building, I would say, kind of not just a instant kind of thing, but something gets revealed and you're like, holy shit, what does that mean going forward? Like, okay, let's see where this goes now. Like, I'm excited for next week, see where they're taking this thing, what's going to happen. Like I said, just the
Wasn't
whole
it last week we find out there was going to be another? Wait, Gabby, are you caught up?
Yeah.
Wasn't it last week we find out there was going to be another hero,
I think so.
like another Hero X?
Or was that the week before?
Oh no, this week is all about one
But
thing.
I think it was at the end of the episode, and that cliffhanger had me yelling at the TV.
Hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this week is only about one thing. New versus old. That's all that this episode is about, 100%. And they deliver. And it was visually fantastic to watch. It was so fun to watch this. Like I'm super excited for next week. But that was my number one for this week. So that being said, Gabby.
Okay. So I watched my usual gambit of children, which is I'm staying pretty consistent this season, which I'm pretty proud about. But honorable mentions are supposed kids from the last dungeon went to the beginning starter town. Still cute. Still love them. I can't say anything more. I do love this show a lot. Brilliant Healers, New Life into Shadow. We hit the end of an arc. We're kind of in the middle, kind of starting a new one. I'm kind of bored of this last episode. It was okay. It was a hot spring one. Partially a hot spring one. Still cute. Still funny, but I think I got distracted from it just by like a phone game. So I didn't pay much attention to this
One of those
episode.
episodes. I got that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a filler thing. The Unaware, the one I can't pronounce. It's the one I can't pronounce.
Altilier.
Atelier. Thank you. Atelier Meister. Yes. That's probably my favorite out of those three of
Okay.
my what I'm calling my cutesies, my cutie coms. I like that one a lot. I think the story is still good and he's just oblivious as always. And this man can make a town in 3 days. And I'm like, what? You just built a castle. How? He's amazing. And then beginning after the end, we just ended our arc in the elf kingdom. And we are now back with the parents. This is years later, so he has grown up, and I am excited for him to meet the younger sister and see the parents again. So we ended on that cliffhanger, and I screamed at my TV, and I said, no! So if it's out, I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
But my top 3, oh, wait,
Okay.
nope. Last honorable mention is Witch Watch.
Okay.
Well, while it was cute, it was just a fun one. It wasn't really one regarding story. I do hope we get another story episode soon because I don't think we've had a story episode since like the first 2.
Well, when they had the little
Maybe.
cutesy one, what about the little cutesy one like 2 episodes ago? When like, what was he trying to do in it? I know when they kind of like admitted their feelings to each other, kind of whatever.
Yeah, no, that was cutesy, but it wasn't story driven.
Okay.
And I do want a little more story just because the opening always makes me want story. because
Okay.
it's looking intense. We've got all the characters on our roster now, and so now I think it's time for us to move forward into the story. So I'm hoping that's where we're going
Gotcha.
next episode.
Okay.
Because we got the kitty cat girl, and she's gonna come back, and I wanted to come back. But top 3. To Be Hero X is number 3. Really good. Excited for Heroes. There's just nothing more to say. It's just we already talked about it. It's just it's good.
Yeah.
Windbreaker, number 2. I'm really excited for this new arc. I like these new characters that they introduced. The girl is nice. I love, was it Tsubaki? Yeah, Tsubaki is just a cute character. I love him. He's got a good energy, good personality. And I want to see how they're going to interact with this new gang that is not high schoolers, that is not school age. They are all adults.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to get into? So it's
College
a
at
new
the youngest.
environment.
Yeah.
Y'all think someone's gonna die? I was talking to my friend about this.
What do you mean, like someone? I can say regardless,
Someone's
yes.
gonna
At some
die.
point,
Maybe.
at some point in this series, yes, someone will die.
Y'all think one of the characters is gonna die? Then who do you think it would be?
Too early
I
for me to
don't
tell
know
who.
when I'm gonna die.
I tell you who gives me death flags.
Who?
Tsubaki. Just introduced.
Fuck!
So you saw it instantly. You felt it instantly. You see what I'm saying? As soon as my friends were talking, and I was like, yo, this character gives me death flags. It literally introduced, immediately loves everyone, wasn't introduced from the beginning, so the writer can
Sad
kill him off without
backstory.
feeling too bad. You know what I'm saying? Sad backstory.
No.
I was like, y'all might hate me because I called those last 2 episodes mid, but Tsubaki gives death flags. Anyways, continue.
Not my Tsubaki.
No, I don't gotta be in Tsubaki. I don't gotta be in
like,
Tsubaki.
Say again.
I don't gotta be in Tsubaki.
Say again.
I don't gotta be in Tsubaki.
That's fine. But yeah, she definitely gives death flags. I put that on Twitter, and somebody else had the same reaction as you. They were like, "Why would you fucking say this?" I was like, "Bro, I feel it, bro. I'm telling you. You don't introduce a character that late. We've already got a lot of characters. Sad backstory. All instantly good chemistry with everyone. That's the perfect character to eliminate. So we'll see. But this next arc, that's what me and my buddy were talking about. We were like, somebody dying will really bring this show to the next level. And this next arc, and then we were talking about who would die. And then we were both like, yeah, I think this character. So I went to Twitter and I was like, yeah, my friend was like, why would you say this? I can't stop thinking about this.
Now I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Start it, Noah.
If I'm right, I'm dipping my finger in the lottery or something.
Okay, on from
that
the
was your number 2?
Story. That was my number 2.
Okay.
Number 1 is Vigilantes because it was episode 7, and
episode
it was really good, and I can't say anything because it's gonna spoil it. But it's about a character we know already.
That could be anybody.
No.
Oh, you mean for My Hero World?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's a good backstory, and we can see how they ended up that way.
Damn you, Gabby.
It's so good.
It's really nice. Oh, don't tell me it's Stain. Oh, snap. Don't tell me it's Stain. Whoa, look at that guess, though. I'm dipping my head in the lottery forever. Yo, if it's Stain, that's actually one of my favorite characters in that series.
Go watch it.
I'll be so happy.
Go watch it after we turn this off.
I love how the writer gave them full permission to add stuff. I wonder how much he's working with this writer because allowing him to add canon stuff to the story.
It seems like pretty accurately.
But if it's Stain, I've always wanted a story on Stain. Once Stain had his little moment in the manga where he talked to All Might, or was that All Might? I think he talked to All Might and explained more of his character. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, another character that makes more sense than Shigaraki. It was like another villain that has a real reason to be a villain versus...
You can easily argue that he's more impactful to everything that happened in My Hero than Shigaraki is.
Not now, but before, yeah.
Yes.
Now Shigaraki's blowing up cities. killing
But
top
before,
heroes. and
Stain
stuff.
did more in his 2 chapters
Yeah.
I don't know, well, 10 chapters than Shigaraki did up
Yeah.
until the end of the
Yeah.
story.
He effectively retired Ida's older brother, Ida's older
True.
brother.
Yep.
He did. Yep.
Just
Yeah.
him speeding out
And
on
I think he made
television
another one.
just threw everybody into a frenzy.
Yep.
Heroes, villains, and alike, which was
Nobody could catch
carried
him.
on. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go watch it.
I will.
Done and
Definitely
done.
will. Now that I hear that I hear it might be about Sting.
Overall, solid, very solid choices. Like Noah said, he'll probably be caught up with us next week. So fingers crossed that you can make that journey.
Oh yeah, I will. I need a little break from watching shows and stuff, and I just took a little 3 week. For real, I need like another 2 weeks, but I'm good now.
I feel you. I'm that way with like live action TV stuff that I want to watch, but I'm like, I don't got time. I need to watch anime. Can't watch this right now. Yeah. So so let's open it up now. Open up the docket to open up the floor to whatever we need to discuss. I know. Yes, Gabby has to go retrieve some things.
I do.
Did you read more Chainsaw Man?
I've not touched Chainsaw Man because I had to watch.
You got to get in this part 2, bro.
I am.
You got to get in this part 2, bro. This part 2.
I am. But like we said, we had LotCon this weekend, so dealing with that, I had to finish catching up on Andor because I know we have to record something with that. So, and that finished. So I finished Andor, and I know we talked about briefly. Andor season 2 is fire.
Okay.
It is. I after seeing all the way through to the end now, I can honestly say, outside of Mandalorian season 1, that might be my favorite season of the Star Wars stuff that they've done for TV.
Okay.
And Andor season 2 is that good.
Not that I don't trust your opinion, but I'm gonna have to see it to believe it.
But like I said, I'm not. I wasn't the biggest fan of part 1. I was not the biggest fan of the first season.
I know.
Yeah. Season 2,
and it's not that I don't trust your opinion, but I have so little faith in.
What are we not trusting him on?
Star Wars. He says Andor season 2 was fire, so I said not that I don't trust your opinion, but I'm gonna have to see it to believe it.
I don't watch real people things much anymore.
Same, yeah.
Except for
it's on my list of real
like
people stuff.
shows.
So
I got plenty of real people stuff that I watch that I just haven't been able to get back to.
Yeah. Ever since anime just got so good seasonally, I think like 5 or 6 years ago, I just stopped watching TV shows except for like if they're like really good ones, which I used to always be watching some TV show.
Are you ready?
You got me watching them during the week, and I watch so much that I try to keep up with doing this or whatever. Like I'm with you. I need to take a break for like a couple of weeks and just watch some other stuff so I can get.
Now I took a break from everything. I've been getting off the game and going to sleep.
I'm
getting home from work and going to sleep.
If I'm not
even watching nothing,
if I'm not doing like
NBA
anime with y'all, watching a couple animes, I'll come home. I'll put on wrestling. I'll watch like 30 minutes of it, just cut it off and go right to bed. But I'll watch it and work on it. Like whatever. I'm too tired now.
Yeah, I needed like a 3-week break from watching everything. Plus, it was good because I didn't even consciously make this decision, but the playoffs have been on, and so it's been good because I've been not watching anime, watching the playoffs every night. But so you haven't read any Chainsaw Man?
I've not touched Chainsaw Man since we talked about it last week when I finished the first part of it. So
yeah, I just finished Sakamoto Day.
I think I'll be able to lock in heavy on that between this weekend and following weekend coming up. And Gabby is showing off some of her trinkets from.
Oh, nice!
They're so cute.
Those are cool,
aren't they?
You need to line up all your Eevee related merch.
That would be impossible. That would be physically impossible.
All right, and these are 3D printed.
They are 3D printed, a Flareon and an Espeon. They had all the other ones, but they were $25 a pop, and that would be over $200. And I did not have that money to spend.
Are they? What material are they?
I don't know.
Are they plushy?
No. They will hurt.
Plastic?
Yes, they will hurt.
Oh, okay. They will hurt.
They will hurt if I throw them at you. But I won't throw them at you. But they will hurt. But
see now what they could have charged you $30 more for is if they super glued a Pokemon Go tag to the back of it, the auto catch tag. Oh my goodness.
Go!
That'd be so. No, you don't have to throw it. You just keep it on your waist or something, and it auto catches your Pokemon.
I love how my mind automatically. Yeah, let's chuck it.
Yeah, let's throw it at something. Knock somebody out.
Yeah, the little auto
But
catcher for Pokemon Go. You just keep it with you.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
but
That's really
they're
cool though.
yeah, they're really cute, and they had so many other ones. They had a little Snorlax one, and it had little Z's coming out of it. They had a Gengar
Oh,
one with like his tongue sticking out.
mhm.
The
Nice.
artist is fantastic. I'll have to get
I'm about to say, did you get her card?
I have their card. It's over
Okay.
in my bag. I'd have to sort through it, but I'll
Okay.
have to get their card and we'll give them a shout out next time.
Okay.
But
So I'm pretty sure you'll probably end up with more of them at some point in the future.
oh, there's a highly likely that I will probably get the rest of them as they're
Yeah.
still making them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just too cute not to have the full set.
Oh no, when somebody first brought them over
Right.
to us, you went beelining straight over there to go find them and get them.
I
It
did.
was funny.
Did he design
said-
them?
Yeah,
Or
it
the
was
person?
yeah, I think she did, yeah. It was her and her and her kids. Her younger son seemed to be pretty involved in it.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah. But that was really cute. And she's the one
You
that
give me a
also
pretty
made the little kitty too.
Oh.
So they've got a wide variety of things. They even made a full scale like the Pegasus, like in his baby form from the movie Hercules, the animated movie.
Oh yeah.
They made a full size Pegasus. Not like big one, but like little, like this big. They also made a zombie axolotl, which was really cool.
Crocheted.
And
That one was
yeah.
crocheted as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
and they had like huge crochet things, and they had
Yeah.
dragons, they had giant Snorlax. Like they're talented, dear Lord.
Oh yeah. That's dope.
Really good. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
find out her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure more of those will be coming home.
You showed a lot of support to their booth.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it was kind of busy a lot most of the time we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff over there.
Turnout.
Yeah. Yeah, what wasn't a good turnout was those Pringles. Good Lord. She
Wow.
brought bless her heart. Miller Lite, beer and brat.
Beer and brat, beer and steak, and beer and chicken Pringles.
Yeah, braised
3 limited edition
steak
Pringles.
and beer
Find
chicken.
them at Walmart.
All Miller Lite
Honestly,
flavors.
all of those sounded decent. What was the flavor?
Yes, yeah.
Miller
Those
Lite
were the flavors.
and chicken, Miller Lite and steak, Miller Lite and brats. The
Yeah,
steak
Miller
was
Lite
terrible.
beer-
The
beer
Miller Lite
can
changes
chicken.
everything.
Yeah, it's the Miller Lite beer can chicken. It was beef and brats, and it was braised some type of braised steak.
So they
But
did a collab with Miller Lite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
And
I just saw them, and when Brad brought it home, and I immediately thought, I gotta tell.
Yeah, you can miss me
Snacks.
with those.
when the videos come out, watch it for yourself, but you're pretty much spot on. You're pretty much
I was gonna
spot
say
on.
you can miss me with those.
They were definitely interesting. Oof. Yeah.
I have a this or that for y'all.
Oh, yay.
Okay, well, before
This can
you
even
do
be a
that, because that'd be
clip.
fun, just real quick. I started to watch
Oh, go
Bet
ahead.
this weekend.
What?
Bet?
I just Bet the Kakaguri Netflix live action.
Oh,
It's one of the things I was waiting for waiting to leave or do something. I was like, let me put it on. So I
we
watched
waiting
the
for this man to
first.
start Chainsaw Man Part 2, and he's watching Disney Kakaguri.
I had to see it for myself with that bad bad
It's
cast.
iCarly Kakaguri.
So I watched the first episode and a half. Like it's only like 10 episodes, like 30 minutes of a piece, so it's not like super long.
I'm not wasting
it's
my
30
life
minutes.
on that.
But I wasn't, after watching the first episode, like first and a half, I wasn't mad at it. But I will say, I like this some of the CG they add into it. I think it's cool and it's good to help bring Kakaguri to life, like anime to real life type of thing. They do like some CG stuff with the cards on the table. They'll be like visually seeing better and follow the play of what's going on. Didn't have a problem with that. Some of those choices were questionable.
I
for the
have a
most part,
problem
they
with
did
the
it.
cast being terrible.
Here's my problem. I think my problem with the thing overall is the acting. I feel like they're trying to act exactly like the characters from the show and are missing the mark. I think they're trying to bring that, like, these are crazy batshit characters. You know
That's
what I mean?
always the problem with live action is that,
Mhm.
like,
And
that's
I
the
feel like they're
problem
trying to
often,
do that.
often with dub. is that the stuff doesn't translate. Like this
Mhm.
is funny and quirky because it's a cartoon. It's
Yeah.
not funny and quirky as a human. It's cringe.
And that's exactly what I'm getting from it for the most part. Like
Yeah.
it's entertaining, and like knowing what it is, I'm having fun with it because like that's not her. That's how she really looks, or your acting is over the top, stuff like that. But like just to, like have it on the background doing something, it's actually fun to like just kind of look at the mess that it's becoming of it. But I don't hate it at the same time. Like it's a train wreck enough for me to enjoy it and not take it so seriously. But there
Mhm.
are certain aspects like storyline stuff with Yumiko that I'm wondering is this part of the manga, like this real stuff, like about her parents and why she really goes to the school, like
Probably
certain
not.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like it's cool so far. Like it's not bad. It's just there are some issues. But
Like
it's
I
not
said, what I think
not
they
bad.
should have done is just
It looks
taken the
great
name.
visually.
Right, that's good. What
Yeah.
I think that's what made me say almost I'll watch the first episode. But what I think they should do is, first of all, what you were saying about the characters trying to act like the characters in the series. What I feel like directors and actors, or mostly directors, don't ever capture in live actions is try to create a character that's really good that could be this character of the anime because it's
Mhm.
live action. So to have an exact replica isn't realistic. So try to
Right.
make something that resembles what this character would be like in real
Get
life
close,
and
highlight
do a
some of those
really
aspects.
good
Yeah.
version of that. Like the
Yeah.
eye patch girl. Make this crazy character, but it doesn't have to be exact, but she's crazy. And the crazy she does is really well done. So then you're saying, okay, I get the translation from animated to real life
Yeah.
of this character. This is just a live action depiction. And that's what, like, for example, Kenshin did well and Kingdom did well, is they
Mhm.
didn't exactly copy. They were
Right.
like, this is the live action version.
And I'm really
what
interested
you're
now
used
in
to.
watching the Japanese version of it, just because I want to see the difference in how those actors are portraying those characters, as opposed to what
Oh,
I'm seeing what the
yeah.
American cast is doing. So I will
From
probably
what I've
watch it.
heard, that one is poop too.
I mean, I just want to see the difference between them since I've
Right.
cut this one on. I'm watching it, so I just want to see the difference. But yeah, some issues, but like I said, it's not bad like we thought it was going to be, but it's definitely has issues. But
Because I'm
I just
like,
want
your
to put it out
name is
there.
enough to draw you in. So what I think they
Yeah, it's
should
like
they
10th
should
on
have done-
popularity right now on Netflix. When you look at the chart,
Yeah,
it's like 10th.
Because you
Yeah.
got initially the people who are there, and then you've got like you've always got the Netflix exclusive watchers, who are your
Mhm.
people who I saw somebody make a YouTube video on this, which is like a large percentage of people that only exclusively watch stuff on Netflix. And then the newest thing that drops, they watch it because they're scrolling through stuff, and half of Netflix content is old stuff that's just drawing people there. So a lot of new stuff will jump up in popularity because a lot
Right.
of core people who have no interest in anime, like that's
Just
why
watching the newest thing that comes up on Netflix.
because it's like, here's the newest thing and it's on this big platform. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with why it's popular, as well as the initial. But this is my point. Y'all have the name enough, and apparently you have the production. Y'all could have just made a really cool version of Kakegurui that doesn't follow the timeline. Keep the names of the character, keep the similar tropes, make live actions, like I said, versions of them, and then just make your own Kakegurui story. And I feel like that would have been a better choice than just what they got going on. Because I mean, I don't know if they make their money back, then what they did was successful from a business standpoint. But as far as a media standpoint, yeah, definitely not.
All right. So before we get out of here, Noah, go and hit us with what you got real quick.
Okay. I have a anime this or that.
Okay. Is that the dance that we do, Gabby, before we do this or that?
This is now the dance.
Okay.
And this one I found, but next week I might create one. So this
Okay.
could be even a clip for us. But
All right.
this is anime this or that with characters. And I've got some characters here.
Okay.
First off, Ash or Brock?
Neither.
Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay, just
gotta
making
pick
sure.
one. It's this or that.
Ash.
Ash.
All right. Misty or May?
May.
Who's May? Non-Pokemon watcher here.
Gabby head tilts in the same direction. Wait, Gabby, he a little bit older than us, so you know what I'm saying. He might
just
not
pick May.
I'm
I'm gonna punch you.
No,
Misty is the main. Misty is
know
part of
I
the
don't care.
Misty
It's
is.
May,
just telling
Dawn,
him.
Misty, and then
See, this
Serena's
is why
down on
these
the
are
floor.
great.
See, I don't know who the hell Misty. I know Misty. I don't know who May is.
May is a Hoenn. So Mudkip, Torchic,
She's a
Trico.
hoe?
She's the one. You're a hoe.
I just-
She's the one with the red bandana. She's the first contest coordinator, the first season that Pokemon introduced contests in. Her younger
May.
brother Max.
I'm picking May.
Yay!
For
Bullying.
me is Misty, but the next is Yugi or Sato.
Yugi.
That's Yugi all day. I'm not supposed to be answering these if I'm asking, but that's Yugi all day.
I love Yugi.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hinata or Sakura?
Sakura.
Sakura.
Hinata for me. Zoro or Sanji?
Zoro.
Fuck you.
We
I'm
know
going Sanji.
We know the answer. I thought Gabby would pick, but Gabby's a real one. Not that you're not. Gabby's a real One Piece fan, so she knows the answer to this question, even though she may like Sanji better. Nami or Robin?
Robin.
Of course.
I like both of
Robin
them.
all day. Good Lord.
Of course.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll go Robin.
Yeah,
They're
drink her
both.
bathwater.
I would drink any of their bathwater, but that's beside the point.
Kagome or Kikyo?
Kagome. If anyone picks Kikyo, they need to go in a hole. Kikyo
Kikyo.
irritates the fuck out of me. I hate her so
I
much.
told you this would be a great clip.
I hate
Tell me how you really
her.
feel about Kikyo.
Oh my god! And you know, she was my first anime. Whenever Kikyo showed
You
up, I was
remember?
like, I hate this episode. I hate this girl. My
I
God,
need to
she's so
rewatch
annoying.
Inuyasha to remember my feelings for her, but I remember my feelings for Kagome, so it's definitely Kagome.
I hate Kikyo. I hate Kikyo.
What about you, Lo?
I said Kikyo.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
That's
he's
crazy.
mean. Mean.
Spike or Jet?
Spike.
From what?
Ooh, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
See, I'm not gonna say that because that'll be like me saying something about a Pokemon. So let me not. I'm just gonna.
I gotta
It's
figure out which
definitely-
one's which again. I forget.
Spike is the main
Jet
character.
was the he was like his homie, the balding guy with
Oh.
the tool.
We'll go Jet then. I like him.
No way. Okay.
He said no way.
Levi or Aaron?
I'm Aaron.
Levi.
But I know
annoys me.
Levi is super popular, but I'm gonna go Aaron.
Aaron all
Aaron's
day.
just annoying.
There's no way you just said that.
No.
He annoyed the crap out of me at the end of the
There's
series.
no way. Chat, we're gonna leave it alone. Hisoka or Crollo?
Oh, Hisoka for me.
Is that how you say his name? Krullo?
Crollo
Krullo? Which one was that again? Who is he? I
He's
know where
the
he's
leader
from.
of the
of the
Phantom
gosh.
Troop.
Yes.
I can't.
He's the
remember
guy with the
what name.
cross on his neck. They only
21
showed a little
Savage.
bit of him in
Yeah.
action in the anime, but I've read the manga, so for me, it's definitely Crollo. Like
The,
1000%.
the blonde hair?
Once it's animated
No.
for you, though, I feel like you'll say the same thing.
Wait.
He's the leader of the Phantom Troop. He's got the cross on his forehead, and he's got the black hair.
Yeah.
He's a handsome
yeah,
dude
no.
with a cool
I like
fit.
him. That one. I don't like
Krollo.
Hisoka. Yeah. I don't like Hisoka.
Hisoka's just too cool not to like, unfortunately, but
Hisoka's just a,
I'm not mad at people for not liking him.
Hisoka's just not a. He's a creep.
Killua or Leorio?
Killer.
Killua.
Killua, of course.
Yeah.
Armin or Reiner?
Armin.
Armin. No,
Armin
keeping that.
should have
Armin.
died. Armin should have died. Moving on. Edward or Alphonse? Like, who picks a 14-year-old over like a grown-ass war leader? Never mind. Edward or Alphonse?
Edward.
What is this from again?
Full Metal.
Ah. I'm sorry. These names that I don't hear that often. I'm like, who? Yeah.
Who is it?
Oh.
Edward or Alphonse?
Is Alphonse?
He's the one in the big armored suit. That's Alphonse.
Alphonse is
Yeah, that one.
Edward. Wait,
Yes.
Edward, I need to get my body back.
I like Alphonse.
Alphonse, okay.
Yeah.
Joseph or Dio? That's hard.
I haven't seen it, so I'll just go with Dio because I know him more.
I'll go with
from
Dio. I'm gonna
things.
go with Dio with this one.
That's hard. Rias or Urza?
Yes, Urza.
I haven't seen enough of Fairy Tale, so y'all have to decide.
I need to look
Who?
up. Yeah,
Who's that first one?
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Rias,
How do you spell it?
Rias. Oh no, is that both from Fairy Tale? Maybe they're saying. Oh, I think they're talking about Rias from High School
Oh, yeah.
DxD
Yeah, she's
Or
not from
Ezra.
Fairy Tale.
Oh,
or
versus.
Ezra from Fairy Tale. Oh wait, but it says
Ezra.
Urza. Or is it
Urza.
Urza or
Yes,
Ezra?
yeah,
It's Urza.
yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
Oh, so
Rias
Urza.
or Urza? For me,
Urza.
it's Rias all day. But
Urza.
go
Urza.
ahead.
Urza.
Okay. Anya or Yor?
Oh no!
See, that's cold blooded. Like you gotta get the mommy versus the very cute, innocent little daughter.
See, we're doing anime from the same characters from the same anime, but then they throw a show in one that's from like different anime. That
I'm
didn't
throwing
fit.
Mommy Yor in it.
I
I'm throwing
didn't
Mommy
make
Yor.
it.
Mommy Yor.
I'm going Anya. Anya clears Yor. I love Mama Yor, but Mama Yor is junk food. Anya is the whole package.
I'm gonna go with Anya. I have more pictures of her saved on Pinterest.
Who?
Anya.
Oh, Anya is literally. Yor is great, but without Anya, that show's half its popularity. Without
True.
Yor, that show is
Fair.
literally the same popularity. Who else did we have? Oh, I had three more. Oh, did I lose them? Oh, Mikasa or Sasha?
Mikasa.
Mikasa or what's her name?
Sasha.
Or Sasha.
Sasha.
Yeah. I go Mikasa.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
Not even a fucking question. I don't even know who put that together. They should have put a different character than Sasha. Like they just put Sasha became like 20 times more loved when she died.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, you should have seen it already. Anyways, Sasha was great, but Mikasa's character is the whole character, and that's it.
That's all of them.
Yeah, the rest.
Okay.
The rest from anime I haven't seen Conan and Conan and that Aladdin anime.
Oh, Maggie.
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 Who they put against each other?
It said Sebastian and someone else. I already closed the tab. I'm sorry. It
It
might have been Sebastian.
That's okay.
Okay.
If it's anyone else against Sebastian.
But next
it's
week I'm
probably
gonna
the one.
create one, and I'm gonna do one with series. That one was with characters. Maybe I'll create more with characters too. That one I found on Reddit.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
that was a lot of fun, Noah. Thank you for that.
I did.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, we got
Those are
some.
always fun because the reactions of people is hilarious, especially
Yes.
when you get some good ones.
We definitely got some
Sanji
good
over
ones just
Zoro
now.
is craziness.
Hey, it is what it is. Everybody has their preferences and opinions, you know.
The preference.
And
Let's
some are
just
right
find
and
the
some
joy.
are wrong.
Zoro's first mate for a reason.
Zoro's first mate for a reason. And he's not a creep who goes invisible in the girls' locker room. He's a warrior, a real man with hockey. Nah, but Sanji's new body. Oh, I can't wait to see what Oda cooks with Sanji's new body.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
All right, well, let's begin to shut this down, get out of here for the evening so we can all go and do the things that we need to do. So, Noah, go ahead and take us out.
All right. See y'all next week. You know where we'll be at. What is this episode?
34, I
32?
believe. That is
34.
34. Yeah.
Dang.
You know, check us out on Patreon. Any cutout stuff. You do post a full episode on Patreon, right?
100%. Yes.
So any, you know what I mean? Got the full episode on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
See y'all next week.
Until then. Deuces.
Bye.
Loading snacks.